Green Tree Productions is proud to present Duncanville Weekly News. It's the good news just for the City of Champions, Duncanville, Texas. And now, here's your host, John Thompson.
Hello, world, America, Texas, and Duncanville, and welcome to this edition of Duncanville Weekly News as we begin our 25th year of bringing you the good news of the City of Champions. On this show, as usual in the fall, we will premiere the Panthers Den and show you highlights of last week's game. Also on this show, we've got promotions for 3 events that are coming up in the City of Duncanville this month, including one for the Lions Club that's having a fall ball. The Chamber of Commerce is celebrating the remembrance of 9/11, and the Parks and Recreation Department at the city is having their festival. So let's get started.
Hello, Duncanville. This is former Fire Chief Terry Webb, here to invite you to the Chamber's Evening of Remembrance. It's Thursday, September the 10th, at our Hilton Garden Inn. Social time is 6:30 and dinner will be served at 7. It's $25, or a reserve table of 8 is $250. There will be a cash bar, a police guard, and our current Fire Chief Sam Rody and Police Chief Robert Brown. Special music will be performed, and myself, Terry Webb, and our former Police Chief Jack Long will share how the 9/11 attack affected our community. For further information, call the Chamber at 972-780-4990. It's an evening of remembrance, September the 10th at Hilton Garden Inn. It's Texas, it's fall, it's high school football time in Duncanville, and the Panther Den Show on Duncanville Weekly News, with highlights of last week's Panther football game and a preview of this week's game. The Panthers Den Show is brought to us by Jane's Memorial Chapel, our home-owned and operated funeral home celebrating life, honoring families, and serving you in your time of need. By the Wolverton Company, serving the Duncanville area's heating and air conditioning needs for longer than anybody can remember. By Leon Miller Commercial Properties on Main Street. Call Leon at 972-709-7181 if you need office or retail space. Jim McDonald State Farm Insurance Agency on Main Street. State Farm and Jim are there. Roma's Italian Bistro in the heart of Duncanville at Center and Main Streets. The Pope Financial Group of Raymond James and Associates. Dale Ward's Farmers Insurance Agency. By Rick and Jamie at Ben Franklin Plumbing. If there's any delay, it's you we pay. Duncanville's Park and Recreation Department. They've got something for almost everybody. Glow Family Dental. Right here in Duncanville on Wheatland by the tracks. Ambit Energy. Give Don a call. You'll be glad you did. And by Stan Smith, Property Management and Real Estate Sales at Carl Overton Real Estate Office. Call 780-7826. And now, here's John with all the DHS Panthers football game highlights.
Hello, Duncanville football fans, and welcome to the Panthers Den Show. We're going to show you some highlights from last week's game with the Arlington Colts in a minute. It was Reggie Samples, our new coach. It was his debut, and it was not what everybody expected, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. So, let's get started. The Panthers opened a new era last Friday night at UTA, where they met the Arlington Colts. It was a beautiful Texas evening. And the captains were Mike Myers, John Brandt, Reggie Qualls, and Jaquel Pierce. And the Panthers, in this reenactment, won the toss and opted to defer till the second half, and the Colts chose to receive the opening kickoff. And Eric Carrasco, a name you're going to hear a lot this year, boots it to about the 1 yard line. And it's returned to the 24. Being stopped there by Jeremy Washington and some friends. The Colts went 3 and out and punted, and on second down, running back Reggie Qualls picks up 7. But on third down, Mike and Reggie mishandle a handoff, and the ball bounces straight up to a Colt, and he dashes toward their end zone. But Mike catches him and causes a fumble into the end zone, but it's recovered by the Colts for their first score. Their extra point was good. So with a little over 2 minutes gone in the game, it's 7-0 Colts. The Panthers were 4th and 12, so Eric comes in and makes a 66-yard punt, putting Arlington back on their 9-yard line. On 3rd and 10, Michael Mosley is called for pass interference, but new Panther coach Reggie Samples points out that the pass was uncatchable, so the officials picked up the flag and Arlington punted. But the Panthers fumbled the punt recovery, and the Colts have it right back. 7 plays later, this, a 29-yard touchdown pass. The extra point was good, so just past midway in the first quarter, it's now 14-0 Colts. On the ensuing kickoff, DeMario Green took the ball at the 10-yard line and ran about 50 yards, but most of it was cross field, netting about 16. Mike makes a couple of keeper plays, and you can see on this next one that he kind of grabs his hamstring as he goes out of bounds. On the next play, Mike fumbles, and he fumbles the ball right into the hands of a Colt who takes it home. But a penalty after the fumble recovery brought the ball back to the 50. 3 plays later, this 34-yard halfback touchdown pass was made, and the conversion made it 21-0 Arlington with 3:46 left in the first quarter. On the ensuing Colt kickoff, DeMario makes a nice return of about 23 yards. But the Panthers are unable to move it, and so Eric is back to punt. But the snap is to Dirk Nowitzki, and Eric recovers and makes a 90-degree punt from the back of the end zone out to the 28-yard line. On their second play, the Colts completed this short drive with this run. On the 2-point conversion try, Marky Archer met the runner in their backfield and crushed him. So with nothing significant to remember in the 47-minute first quarter, it ended with the Colts leading 27-0. 2 plays into the second quarter, this 7-yard touchdown run and the conversion made it 34-0 Colts. On the ensuing kickoff, DeMario takes it up to the 31-yard line. But Eric had to punt again. And on their second play, the Colts pass, and Chris Walker receives the interception to stop that drive. Then Reggie picks up 29 of his game-high 137 yards, rushing yards, on this drive. This play for 16. 4 plays later, Mike finds DeMario in the flat, and 35 yards later, the Panthers are on the board for the first time. Eric's kick made it a 34-7 Colts lead. 5 minutes into the second quarter. Eric makes a nice ensuing kickoff to their 19-yard line, and when Kalen McGuire made this quarterback sack, the momentum of this game has changed. After the Colts punted, Mike to DeMario for 11 and a first down. Then Reggie dashes for 22. And 3 plays later for the last 4, and pay dirt. Eric converts. So with 1:16 left in the first half, it's now 34-14 Colts. But the Colts took the ensuing Panther kickoff and marched right down the field in this 3-yard drive, and the PAT made it 41-14 Colts at the half. At halftime, the DHS band and hi-hats put on a short but sweet performance.
I'm Jared Frazier. I'm a CPA here in Duncanville. Want to have some fun? Come to the Duncanville Lions Saturday, September 19th at 7 p.m. We'll be having a fall ball. It's our first annual fall ball, and it will be held at 210 Lions Way at the Duncanville Lions Club Community Building. The cost is $25 per person. Once you are stamped to get in, you receive a free dance lesson at 7 p.m. from professional dancer and instructor David Herrera from Just Dance Studio. You'll have great music, cold sodas, hot dogs, popcorn, candy, chips, and lots of door prizes. A costume contest and a dance contest will also be held. It'll be lots of fun. Ben Meyer will provide the music, and you can dance and listen to your favorite 50s and 60s tunes and have a ball on Saturday, September 19th. Whether you like to dance fast and rockin' or slow and easy, you will leave with a smile on your face. Bring your own beer and wine, put on those 50s threads, and come ready to rock and roll the evening away. Again, $25 purchases a ticket at the door with cash, check, or credit card. If you need further information, call me at 214-906-9383. You certainly can still sponsor the event. And join me September 19th, Saturday at 7 p.m. here at the Duncanville Community Lions Club building, and we'll have a fall ball. All profits from this event go to the Duncanville Lions Club and its charities.
The Duncanville Parks and Recreation invites you to the 10th Annual Festival in Duncanville. The festivities will take place from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Saturday, September the 12th at the beautiful Armstrong Park, located just behind City Hall on James Collins Boulevard. Admission is free, so bring the family and enjoy the games, activities, delicious food, music, and more. Come celebrate the life, culture, and the Hispanic heritage of our diverse community.
In the third quarter, after the kickoff, Reggie gets 12 more yards and a first down. And Mike completes a pass to Alfredo Porter for 12 yards. But the Panthers had to punt again after a couple of penalties held them back. This play put Arlington on their 38-yard line, but on the play, Marky Archer, number 99, was flagged for something, but other things followed that resulted in his ejection and 45 yards, 3 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties against him. We could have heard the official call the 3 unsportsmanlike conduct calls on Markey if our band wasn't having their own little broadcast party during most of the third quarter. But here it was, and that's not the official talking. That put the Colts on the Panther 10-yard line, and a play later, they pushed it in. And then on the PAT try, Bailey Phillips makes a clean block, and when Eli Jones scooped it up, the thought was that a safety for the Panthers, but he's down at about the 40. But now it's 47-14 Colts. The Panthers have 3rd and 21, but Mike gets it to Jakari Brooks, and he goes 57 yards. And then Alfredo Porter gets 13 yards, but the Panthers settle for a field goal from Eric to make it 47-17 Colts with 4:17 left in the third. But the Colts used 6 rushing plays capped by this 5-yard sprint, and the PAT made it 54-17 late in the third quarter. On the ensuing Colt kickoff, DeMario takes it about a yard deep in our end zone and then turns on the burners. And 101 yards later, it's touchdown. And Eric's turn again for a PAT, and it's now 54-24. Colts after 3. Arlington opened the fourth quarter with a field goal attempt that was good. So now it's 57-24 Colts. The Colts did a pooch kickoff, and I think it was Katie Phillips that muffed the catch, and it's Arlington's ball once again. But on plays like this by Dwight Taylor, the defense held them to 3 yards and take over on their own 32. The Panthers promptly moved it 59 yards, highlighted by this DeMario pass reception and 28 yak or rack, and completed the drive with this 9-yard scamper by Reggie. And the PAT by Eric out of DeMario's hold make it 57-31. Colts midway through the fourth. The Panther defense held the Colts to 3 plays and a punt, and it was Alfredo Porter time as he rushed 5 straight plays, including this one for 18 yards. Then Reggie came in and completed this drive from the 5 because the PAT was no good, and now it's 57-37 with 2 minutes left. And from there, the Colts just ran out the clock to make the final 57-37 in this season opener for both teams. In a break in tradition, the team gathered around Coach Samples at about the 20-yard line rather than meet in front of the band after the game for the school song. Each week we have a play of the week. And in the Arlington game last Friday night, it happened late in the third quarter when trailing 54-17 when DeMario Green returns a Colt kickoff for 101 yards to score the Panthers' 3rd touchdown and keep them within striking distance in the game. And that's why it's the play of the week.
The play of the week is brought to us by the Pope Financial Group of Raymond James and Associates. See John or Don at 222 East Wheatland Road or call 972-780-0533 for your investment needs.
Also each week we have a hit of the week. And in the Arlington game, it happened late in the first quarter when on a 2-point conversion attempt by the Colts,
Marky Archer met the runner head on in their backfield to prevent the conversion, and that's why it's the hit of the week.
The hit of the week is sponsored by Roma's Italian Bistro, located at the corner of Center and Main Streets in the heart of Duncanville, serving freshly prepared, nothing fancy, just great Italian food. Free delivery, call 972-298-5900 or go to www.romabistro.com.
this week the Panthers will be hosting Mesquite Horn, a team that lost a close one to McKinney Boyd last weekend, and a team that beat us last year over there in Mesquite. The game will be at 7:30 at Panther Field, and the Panthers will be debuting their new scoreboard. So we hope to see you there. 7:30, Panther Stadium, this Friday night. We'll be back on or before September the 8th with highlights of that game and more. As we close, let's see some more scenes from last Friday night's football game, and we'll see you September the 8th.
Our seniors, our captain, Alexis Avila.